Lee's love language. We back at it again, family. I want to speak on a topic today about trust. I believe when it comes to trust in people and generally, it's very important because if you really think about it, if you don't have trust in a relationship, what do you have? A lot of people don't understand when it comes to the dynamics of relationships, period. Whether if it's your spouse, your significant other one, your kids, your mother, your father, relatives, business partners, whatever that may be, trust is the main factor when it comes to a relationship. When you break trust in relationships, then ultimately the relationship is going to bend, is going to break. So with that being said, I believe that when it comes to establishing the foundation in a relationship, any type of relationship that you in, people gonna have to learn to trust each other. Just think about it. People don't even think about this on a daily basis, that when you get up in the morning and you go to work or wherever that you go, when you leave your home, you have to trust people on the road. You don't know those people. Them people could swerve in your lane, anything or what have you. Anything could happen, should I say. You trust your car. You trust that your car is going to start up and get you wherever you need to go at. What else you trust in? When you sit down in chairs, wherever you go, if you go to the movies or if you go into some type of play or whatever, you're not, before you sit down, be like, hold on, I wonder if this is sturdy enough for me to sit down. No, you sit down in that chair with trust, thinking that that chair is going to hold you up, right? I mean, we all do it. We all do it every day. We don't realize that we have trust in things, and things that you can't control more than the people and the loved ones that surround you or whatever. That is really, mind-boggling at time when it comes to, we talk about trust. Now, on the other end, I believe that we should put all our trust in the Creator, which is God. He says in Psalms 3 that trust me with all your heart and I will make your pathway straight. Don't lean to your own understanding, but acknowledge me in all your ways and I'll make your pathway straight. Meaning that he'll move obstacles and blocks that's in your way when you put your trust directly in him. So the foundation of trust is really putting your trust in God. He would never let you down. He would never leave you. He'll never forsake you. That's what his words say. So his word, he holds his own word at a higher standard than himself. I don't think people really realize that. God can't go back on his word. If he did, he wouldn't be called God. He wouldn't be trustworthy. That means he'll be a liar. And we all know, well, I don't want to say all know, but I know that the God that I know, he cannot lie. So at the end of the day, you have to realize where you are putting your trust in. And trust is very, very important just in relationships, period. So if you tell somebody that you're going to do something, try to do it. We know that things do come up, that's out of our control. Things like that does happen. So, but at the end of the day, don't tell somebody that you're going to do something and then your intentions is not to do it in the first place. Or you tell somebody you're going to do it and then later on you be like, I don't feel like doing it. Well, you're not a trustworthy person, and not to say that we all have done this. I have done this in the past. So, I'm preaching to myself as well. But you learn from those things. You continue to grow. You don't want to continue to do those things and then you end up ruin relationships. You don't want to do that. It's like the old saying goes, or what have you, your word is your bond. So from the things that I have experienced, even walking on this journey as being an entrepreneur, and my last video, I had a testimony about that, where God actually told me to come off my job after being on the job over 10 decades. But anyway, the main thing is what I'm talking about is that you have to be trustworthy in order to have relationships go a certain type of way. Even in business, what I have experienced, some people say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna give you some information. I email you," and they never do. And I'm like, okay, this is not personal. This is business. It's on the business level. So, at the end of the day, a lot of times with the personal, some people would just give you something to tell you anything on a personal level. Yeah, I'm going to give you a call, man, later or whatever. And they never do. Okay, well, I don't know why you didn't or what have you, but I'm not mad. But business wise, that should be held to a standard of, this is nothing personal, this is business. So if you're telling me something business wise or whatever, then I would think that you'll hold up your end of telling me that's what you're going to do. So it's just a little bit weird to me that on the personal side and business side, how people would just tell you anything that you want to hear at the time, and they really is not going to do it. So, at the end of the day, I believe that we just got to get back to the foundation of, being more trustworthy when it comes to people, because I have realized that relationships will go a whole lot smoother when you actually look inside of yourself and realize, be like, okay, how would I feel if somebody would tell me anything and I expect for them to do it, but they don't do it? And I think that's where sometimes we may go off course at times, because we don't put ourselves in other people's shoes. And I believe that's a main thing I try to do and try to evaluate when it comes to me personally, when it comes to when I'm telling somebody something I'm going to do. Now, we're not perfect. Some things happen. Some things come up out of your control and you're not able to do it. But this is why I say put all your trust in God, because God will always come through when you trust him and you put faith in him. He's the God of unlimitedness. He's just waiting for us to cooperate with him. That's it. So this video is just more of, have to put your trust more in God, and for you to look in the mirror and be more of a trustworthy person to and people in general, because your character means a lot out here. And a lot of people don't realize that when you always, you lying all the time or whatever, not saying that, everybody has lied, and, I'm not here to condemn anybody, but I am here to say that we can do better. It's all about becoming better. It's all about evaluating ourselves and realizing that we all have flaws. Everybody have flaws, and realizing that you have to come to grips that you have issues. And so whatever issues that may be, iron it out and ask God to help you at the same time, and realize that you could become a better person if you really want to. It's a choice. So this video is just mine about trustworthy and how I'm just learning to trust God even more and more, and the things that he has done in my life by me just trusting him, even though it didn't seem like a way, but I always know that he always have a way. So it's more video and content to come. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up on here, and check out some of my other videos. It just talks about just love, and just talks about relationships, talks about life, and just talks about my God in general. But until again, Lee's love language as one.